Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. I am thankful and grateful to have you in this space with me today. All right. As I am welcoming you into this space, I am definitely sending you all the good energy and positive vibes that you may need in this moment. All right. Before we get into your reading, I would like to let you know that if you are interested in booking a session with me, if you are interested in following me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, or anything like that, that information will be in the description box below. All right. And if you are a person who appreciates good energy and positive vibes and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting on? What are you doing? I'm going to give you time every time, right? Newcomers and people who have been here to subscribe as I am shuffling these cards. I am going to take from the Thoth Tarot deck. I'm going to clarify a few cards. I will then close out with a card from the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. All right. So again, I hope you all are feeling absolutely amazing. Let's get into it. Let's see what Spirit has for you today. Spirit, you know the messages they need to hear. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for them to be able to receive any message that you're trying to deliver with an open mind and an open heart? Thank you. I'll be trying not to let the camera shake too much. How I got it sitting up. We got 2. I'm looking for at least 4 more. Y'all, I didn't know that it was going to be so time consuming, I guess. I really thought that I was going to be coming and being able to upload like all of y'all videos, you know, all the zodiac signs in one day, but the upload process is something totally different than what I thought it was going to be. So we got 3. Spirit, can we have the rest of the cards that we need in order for us to deliver this message? Thank you. I don't like to go in and just pull the cards because I don't want somebody to think like, oh, she just pulled that. Like, she just did that. Nah, they coming out how they need to come out in order for the message to be delivered in the way that Spirit needs it to in this moment. So we got 5. Let's go ahead and get this last one. Last one okay. Underneath it all is 6 of Wands. So the underneath it all energy is the 6 of Wands. This is talking about like being victorious or overcoming some type of like action, right? Like putting in the action and then being able to overcome whatever it is they're about to be talking about. So underneath it all, if you don't know nothing else, just know that you're going to make it to the other side. Okay. So on the table, we have the Knight of Disc. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. We got the Fool in reverse, the 5 of Wands in reverse, the Knight of Swords, and the 4 of Disc in reverse. So let's get into it. I'm going to explain the energy of each card and then give you a scenario or, you know, have some conversation so that I can help it make more sense to you as to what they're saying as they came out this way. And like I said, we'll clarify a few of them after that and then go into the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. So this is the first card, right? This is the Knight of Disc. And if you look at this card, he pretty much like standing in the middle of a field. He's looking in a particular direction. He know which way he's trying to go. But for some reason, he just can't move forward. Or he has yet to start moving forward, right? So this card indicates like some type of stagnant energy, right? Being stagnant. And I get it. Because with that card coming out right before the 10 of Swords in reverse, it's like too much going on in your mind, right? Like too much going on in your mind. And it's because you may or may not realize this at this point. What you do is you hold on to past thoughts a lot, right? And then you will take the energy of a situation that happened in the past, and then you will apply that. How can I describe it? You constantly apply it like it's the same situation happening over and over again. Well, let me be the one to explain to you or tell you or make you aware, right, that things don't happen the exact same way twice. So when you do find yourself trying to compare situations, they may be similar in some way, but there's always some difference in them that you need to recognize and realize, right? And because you don't allow yourself to do that or move like that, you pretty much like don't take leaps of faith in certain situations. Whether we want to believe it or not, like elevating and evolving, it's a very risky process. It's some risky stuff happening because anything outside of what's going on right now is uncertain. So you really don't know, and you just don't know exactly how something's gonna play out, exactly how somebody gonna be. You don't know the exacts of something. You have this image in your mind of what you would desire it to be or what you think it's supposed to be, but just because you visualize it this way doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna happen just like that, right? I honestly would just say, like, have faith. Take a leap of faith. It be sounding confusing, I guess. I don't want to say confusing because I know what I'm saying when I say it. It just be sounding crazy to the point where it's like, you know that what you want, right? You know what you want. But instead of paying attention to the energy of what you want, you pay attention to the people or the things that are actually a part of what you want. And then you hold on to thinking that, oh, these things or these people are supposed to be a part of what I'm trying to bring forward. They're supposed to be a part of my journey because I want them there, right? Sometimes they don't be the ones for the job. They come in, they play their role, they do what they're supposed to do for that time being, right? But just because you have invested time or energy or shit, maybe even money into a certain person or a certain thing, doesn't necessarily mean that that is going to always be around, right? This is where you have to learn the art of detachment, or, you know, living in the moment. There's so many different ways that I can go in and describe what it is that I'm talking about. But even earlier, I made a reel talking about releasing yourself from the expected outcomes. You know something gonna happen, right? You just don't know exactly what's gonna happen. So just allow, you know, things to present themselves, how they gonna present themselves, and then in each moment when something happens, then you deal with it in that moment. Because you can only think for yourself. You can't think for nobody else, right? Sometimes we be thinking that we be trying to think for other people, but in all honesty and actuality, you really can't. You don't know what's actually going on in somebody else's mind. What you do is you try to like look at the ways that they operate and how they moved in prior situations, and then you kind of make an assumption on how you think things are going to go, or how you think they're going to react, or how you think they're going to respond, or whatever the case may be. And sometimes it might even show up where it's like you can think something and it don't turn out that way, and now you battling with yourself. And I'm saying that because the Five of Wands is here. And this is talking about like the internal conflict. It is in reverse, but the symbol is still the same regardless of how I flip it, right? It's just like the end of the situations are different, right? Like the ends of it is different. But regardless, it's still, you still got the major stuff going on. You understand where I'm coming from? So again, releasing yourself of those expectations, right? Of how you expect something to turn out at the end, and just accept it for what it is. Pay attention, because again, in each and every situation that you go through, or each and every situation that you are a part of, Spirit is using those situations or those people or whatever the case may be to show you something, And when Spirit is showing you, it's helping you like build your foundation, like your foundation, not what other people have taught you to do, or what worked for somebody else that you've been holding on to, or, you know, what somebody else has normalized, or nothing like that. It's like, okay, this is what I'm showing you. This is your lesson. I need you to figure out how you gonna use this to, you know, secure your foundation within self, right? How is this going to help you build you? How is this going to help you show you who you are, or what you need to do, or whatever the case may be? And it doesn't just have to be one particular way. What they say, like, it's more than one way to skin a cat, right? there's always infinite and endless possibilities that are presenting themselves. You just have to be willing to probably be risky enough. Be risky enough to just like try something different, try something new, put yourself in a different position, opposed to just operating in the things that you have normalized over time, especially when those things don't play out for you or work out for you. You know, you can keep on trying to do the same thing over and over. In your mind, you're trying to do it, you're trying to do the same thing, you're just trying to do it differently because you're gonna put in more effort or you're gonna do something. You get what I'm saying? When sometimes that don't even be it. Sometimes you got to change your whole little script. Flip up the whole little script, switch up the whole little script, and try something completely different opposed to what you have been doing over and over and over again, and pretty much like receiving the same results, you know? So, we're about to clarify. I definitely want to clarify the full in reverse. So we're going to start with the full in reverse. Spirit, can we have the cards that we need in order to clarify the full in reverse? And remember, the full in reverse is talking about like not taking that leap of faith, whether it's because you are afraid, whether it's because you're just uncertain, or whatever the case may be. But it's definitely going to put you in a position to like start something new. The Prince of Cups came out. I didn't see what that other one was that flew out just yet, but I think we got the 3 that we need. It's 4. We'll take all 4. You got the Prince of Cups, clarifying the full in reverse, the Prince of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the 10 of Discs. So pretty much what it's saying is like, and y'all, it's not even gonna be like, I don't want to say it like this because it almost comes off and it can be like this broad thing, right? Virgo, when things trigger you, or when your emotions start to like show up and you make you feel some type of way, right? And it sounds crazy when I say make you feel some type of way, but whatever. When your emotions show up, it's your job to actually like put in the necessary work to figure out, like get clear on why you feeling what you feeling. Where does this come from? Like, why do I react and respond to my emotions this way? And once you start doing that, you're going to position yourself to come into that 10 of Disc energy. That 10 of Disc energy is like healed root chakra energy. Stability, security, comfort, not comfort. Stability, security, what is the word I'm looking for? Just like safe. Like I said, heal root chakra energy. And what probably needs to happen, of course, is like some inner child work, right? And when I say inner child work, say for instance, there's something that makes you afraid. Something that makes you afraid, you want to, let me go back. If you look at your life, you can recognize and realize like the things that are holding you back, right? Going back into that Knight of Disc energy. Pay attention to the things that are holding you back, whether it's fear, whether it's insecurities, whether it is procrastination, like whatever it is, you know where you're trying to go, and only you really can identify, right? Like, why am I not moving forward? So what you do is you figure out why you feel like you're not moving forward, and then you go and you find like, when did I start feeling like this? When did I start operating in this energy? And then why did I start operating in this energy? What was something that actually happened in my life that caused me to be afraid to speak my truth? What is something that happened in my life that caused me to not want to do whatever it is you trying to do, and you can't do it because you're holding you back? These are things that we have gradually, put into our life, like gradually implemented into our life. And then again, over time, we've normalized it. So it's not, we don't recognize how simple it is to get rid of certain energies like that, especially when we know that they're holding us back from a place that we're trying to get to, right? Spirit, can we have the cards that clarify the 5 of Wands in reverse? Spirit, can you give us the cards that clarify the 5 of Wands in reverse? The 3 of Discs comes out in reverse. The Emperor comes out in reverse. And whatever that is, it just flew over there. These cars just be flying. If they ain't flying, no, I don't know, because these cars don't be lying at all. Maybe they lying if they ain't flying. I don't know. The Three of Discs in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, and the Four Swords. Excuse me. So, Virgo. I feel like what y'all need to do is work on getting clear, for one, and solidifying within yourself, like, your beliefs, what you believe in. It's going to take some research. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some patience, right? But by you working on yourself, pretty much kind of like eliminating the outside distractions, right? Maybe start with a day to yourself, just so that you can get clear on like your beliefs and what you think, and again start to figure out like why you hold on to certain things, why you believe certain things, why you think certain ways, why you feel certain ways about certain things and stuff like that, right? And once you do that, you're gonna put yourself in a position to like sit back and relax and like start bringing yourself to this place of peace mentally. Like, you're gonna be okay with what you believe, regardless if nobody else don't have to believe what you believe, right? Some people believe that there is life after death and some people don't. But why? Like, start digging deep to understand why your mind processes things the way that it does. And then once you start to tap into that energy, you will allow yourself to start working more on you, right? Opposed to trying to be so involved with what other people are doing or not. All right? I really hope this is helping somebody, because listen, it's nothing like being in your own way and not being able to realize like how or why, right? Like, why I'm so stuck, why I can't move forward. I'm trying to do this and I'm doing that, and I keep on doing this and I keep on doing that, and nothing seems to be working. That's a sign within itself. So don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. For real. You ain't got to make it more complicated than it needs to be. Spirit, can you give us the cards that we need in order for us to clarify this Four of Discs, please? We're trying to clarify the Four of Discs, so that you know what it is that they need. Can you please give us the cards so that we can be able to receive a message with an open mind and an open heart? We got 4 for this one too. Is that right? So it's clarifying the Four of Discs, which is the card that was talking about you like pretty much being more secure or healing your root chakra type of energy, right? There is the Five of Wands in reverse again. There's the Seven of Discs in reverse, the Ten of Cups, and the Prince of Swords. That energy up there, like that work on yourself energy. It's you know how people be like starting their own traditions, doing stuff that works for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the family might not agree with it. Your friends may not agree with it. And that's okay. You don't have to feel obligated to be who other people are, right? Just pay attention to the energy that surrounds these people or that surrounds certain situations. If you see somebody operating in an energy that does not align with where you're trying to go in life, why would you conform to what they doing or, their beliefs? And it's not, again, in alignment with what you know to be true for yourself or how you want to operate in your life, right? It's almost like the energy of being afraid to fail because you're trying something different. Ain't not like how can you fail? You are learning. You getting the necessary experience you need. And like who really does something one time and just gets it? Especially when they doing something like major, massive, right? You're going to have to go through it so that you can actually learn certain steps. I'm going to use myself for an example. I am doing YouTube, okay? The other day I did the whole Aries reading, and I was uploading the Aries reading, and something had happened and I needed some more storage space. So before I knew it, I went into my camera roll and I deleted the whole Aries video while it was in the middle of uploading, right? Whole reading complete. I was just waiting on it to upload. So now I have to do Aries again. I didn't get discouraged by it. I felt like, okay, this gave me the awareness to pay attention to what I'm doing moving forward so that I don't have to experience something like that again. And maybe sometime down the line, maybe I'll be rushing or something will happen and I will delete a video that's uploaded. But it's just for me to be aware of all of the things that can possibly happen. My phone can be, the memory can be going like low. I can be in the middle of a reading and it just, the camera just stops because there's not enough storage, right? So stuff like that. Just, it's not a failure though. It's teaching you something. It's teaching you how to adjust where you may need to adjust. It's teaching you to like modify. It's teaching you whatever you need to be taught in that moment, to be honest. And finding peace in that, right? Finding like emotional fulfillment in that. Finding the beauty in these things will allow you to gain control over like your thought process and pretty much like every other area or aspect of your being, because everything always starts in your mind. What you think creates like the way that you feel about certain things. The way you feel dictates and determines how you react or respond, the actions you take or you don't take, which lead into the results that you get to have or the experiences that you get to be a part of. So just because you're choosing to do something in a different way does not necessarily mean it's the wrong way. Doesn't even have to mean that it's right for somebody else, but as long as it's right for you, that's all that matters at the end or the beginning of every day. And I hope you really understand where I'm coming from. I hope that you are following me through this reading. I hope that this message is being helpful because it's necessary. I always talk about how we be like so focused on the distractions and the things or the people that's going on outside of us, when we need to be focused more on what we got going on. We'll say that those things outside of us are what's holding us up or what's the reason why we can't get ahead. But again, it's just a lesson. It's just a lesson. For you to be able to recognize and realize like where you need to make certain shifts within yourself that are actually going to put you in a position to start moving along. So make sure y'all comment and let me know, what y'all think so far, like what's on your mind, what part stuck out the most to you, what you feel like it is that you need to be working on from this reading. Sure, can we have the cards in this deck that you feel that we need for Virgos? You know what they need. Please give us the cards that they need. And the Oracle card. Justice is coming. Justice is coming. So this means like get yourself prepared. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready, right? That's the energy right there. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Be ready at all times for whatever is coming your way. Operate in that energy. If you know that like justice is finna be served, just imagine how that feeling feels. And you don't even, in this moment in time, you don't even have to know what the justice is for, right? The justice is for. It's operating that energy. Allow that energy to consume you. Like whatever needs to happen about to happen. Like it's gonna happen one way or another. It's finna happen. I don't know what's finna happen, but I know it's gonna happen. Justice is gonna be served on my behalf. And find peace in that. Operate in that. Listen. Going back to the underneath it all card. Did you forget? Look, come on, light. There you go. Did you forget? That is the Six of Wands. At the bottom of that card, it says victory. It says victory. So it all comes together. It all falls together, does it not? Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. Hey, that's the song that just popped up. I'm telling y'all. Listen, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. That is what I have for y'all today in this reading. I hope it helps. Until next time, enjoy yourself.